Hello Aries, this is going to be your December monthly general reading. Let's see what we have for you for the month. I changed the format of the readings a little bit and hopefully you like it. Still getting a little bit used to it, so bear with me. Let's see what the oracles have for you. Messages for Aries, please. What can Aries expect for the month of December? Okay, I feel like this one wants to talk. So you've got a mutable moon, but nothing is yet set in stone. This card tells you to remain flexible in a situation, okay? Nothing is yet set. You can change your mind or you can adjust to something because it is a mutable moon. You can see things from multiple angles here. So the key note for you this month is to remain flexible with something. To allow yourself to be carried where you need to be carried. You'll probably get more information, you'll get more signs, more synchronicities that will inform the future decisions or the future choices you're going to make. So this is not a month for you to be fixated on things or to be rigid, okay? This can also indicate a situation that may change for you, something external to you perhaps that is in flux, is changing. You need to remain open to those changes. Or perhaps something that you thought was over or it's done in a particular way may change overnight or may change appearance. I'm hearing changing appearance, perhaps something you used to know that no longer looks the same. All of these topics are associated with the mutable moon. Now, this is the moon, it is the moonology deck, so, you know, I read them as both an internal and an external energy, but since we're talking about the moon, this talks about our own selves, our own ego, the emotional ego. So I'm going to read it more as in some internal process, some internal pattern here that you need to remain flexible to. So let's see what the flowers have for you. One message for Aries, please. I also heard nothing is as it seems. So that message might be important for you. Nothing is as it seems. Perhaps you are needing to look a little bit deeper into things, or something you thought was a certain way is no longer that way. It changed appearance again. So I feel like it's got something to do with something that appears a certain way, but it really isn't, or something that is changing. So yeah, take that as it resonates. So your flower is it's a carnivorous flower, Yelza. Rafflesia, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right, but is number 10, consciousness. I will read it from the book because it's been a while since I used this deck, and this particular card does not show up in my readings a lot. Sorry, I thought there was a message coming through there, but it kind of went. I'm sure it will come back to me. All right. So, number 10, consciousness. So the meaning of this card is an improvement in relationships and finding a greater understanding and balance in life are open to you at this present. The reality of a situation and being able to find grounded and lasting solution will be easier now as opportunities to find security and stability become available. Questions will also be answered soon, so don't act too hastily, as this is not the end or even the beginning right now. It's all part of a progression. Improvement in health and physical issues are indicated. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of underlining that same message for you to remain open to things. All right. I do feel like something is coming up to the consciousness, is coming to the conscious level for you. Something is rising up, some sort of an answer, some sort of a illumination, perhaps. So yeah, remain open to things to be changing, to take a new look, a new approach, um, things like that. Okay, let's see what the tarot has for you. So give us clear messages for Aries, please. What does Aries need to know for the month of December? Wow, the last month of the year. It's crazy. You don't believe it until you say it out loud, right? Okay, messages for Aries, please. So the first card is you in your current state and situation. Second card is your focus. Third card is a supportive energy or a blessing. Fourth card is a challenge. What's in your environment, your surroundings, and the future. I may have to adjust this a little bit. All right, now you can see all the cards well. Okay. So your current state is, for the month, is the Two of Swords. Um, this could be about decision time, considering you have the King of Swords in the future. I do see it transitioning here from being kind of closed off to the truth, not wanting to see something. I'm sorry, not seeing something clearly, being a bit confused, maybe. Um, it's like it seems like you're plagued by inaction here. It's like you don't know what to do with the situation. Um, I don't know if your situation has something to do with another person, because I see a King of Cups here in your environment. This could be a person of significance to you, somebody that has a lot of emotions, love for you, or whatever this King of Cups is. It could be something related to that. Perhaps your dilemma is between being in a relationship and being single, because your supportive energy or your blessing is the Nine of Pentacles. So you find yourself in a pretty good place right now. So you kind of think, okay, what do I do? Do I stay or do I go? I say, do I stay or do I go? Because you have the Six of Swords here in your challenge. So this decision is interesting because I feel like it's got some multiple moving parts to it. Your decision has a lot to do with your own self, with your own sense of happiness, your own sense of joy. Um, perhaps being single, being very independent, being kind of having that mindset of I'm good on my own, I don't need anything else. But there is something here that you need to kind of detach yourself from. And the Two of Swords and the Six of Swords, this is about as detached as it gets as far as tarot goes. So you're in a very, very detached state. You have the King of Swords here, which is your future energy. So I feel like this could be you kind of transitioning from this place of mental paralysis for some of you, not knowing what to do, to being very, very decisive with your energy or whatever decision that's important to you, you need to make. I'm not clarifying in this spread, I'm not clarifying anything. Um, so, yeah, it probably sounds kind of vague, but I mean, if you have important decisions to make, you'd know what kind of decisions you're making and what you need to do. Your focus is the sun. I do feel like for some of you, the sun represents clarity. It's like that's what you're seeking very, very desperately here. Because I don't feel like this is happiness, although for some of you it could signify happiness. But you've got the Nine of Pentacles as a supportive energy. So I feel like you're doing pretty good, at least when it comes to like stability or financially, or you do have some sort of a sense of value to yourself. And I feel like your focus here is to gain some sort of clarity, some form of clarity about a situation. But I'm not sure exactly what it is. For some of you, it could surround this King of Cups because this is in your surroundings, this is in your immediate vicinity, in your, could be in your home, it could be your partnership, whatever this is. And you have the challenge of the Six of Swords. Again, I feel like it's a transition here towards mental clarity, towards leaving behind something that is kind of unpleasant. Okay. Keep in mind you have consciousness here too as an oracle card, and I feel like, again, that does speak of more clarity, of being aware of things. So I'm not sure what this is about, but I feel like it's kind of a battle of minds with you between being alone, being independent, and being okay with that, and perhaps letting someone in here, being in a partnership. I'm not sure what this King of Cups represents for you. That could be a person, it could also be an energy that is surrounding you, something that represents emotional stability, emotional maturity. The King of Cups is also represents reliability, somebody that you rely on, at least emotionally, to be there for you. It's like that strong shoulder to cry on when you need to. So, whatever this is, it's an important piece in your world. Perhaps you are trying to decide between two people because you do have two kings here. But I see this King of Swords more like being you, gaining that clarity you so much desire and making that decision, making a logical decision, a practical decision that may have something to do with um, your own stability, your own well being as an individual, as independent, not so much tied up to other people. Now, the sun could also represent children, especially in this deck. There are two children here in a garden. So, for those of you who have children, there might be that decision that you need to take into account their well being as well. Um, so, you have to be very practical, you have to be very logical, you have to take multiple things into consideration here. So, yeah. I'm kind of tempted to clarify a little bit the Six of Swords because that's kind of throwing me off a little bit. Why is the Six of Swords your challenge? The High Priestess. It's like you're trying to rely on your intuition here, but it's somewhat, because it shows up as a challenge, it's like you may feel like your intuition has abandoned you or something. It's like you can't make sense of a situation here, is what I'm getting. There's just stuff that you don't know. Um, there are things that are not revealed to you yet. Something is obscured. And there's an inability to connect to your intuition here, especially since the Two of Swords is your current state. The Two of Swords is literally someone that is not connected to their own inner guidance, okay? Someone that's trying to make decisions only based on mental logic. But for some reason, even your mental logic doesn't seem to be functioning quite well. So, what I would say for you, Aries, is to connect to your intuition as quickly as possible because you might be missing some information here. Something may not be obvious to you right now because you are a little bit disconnected. I wouldn't say it's a bad month for you, but I don't know, this reading is kind of, it's really vague, you know, it's like I can't put my finger on it, like what's going on here. It's, you know, I see people involved in your life, perhaps children, perhaps being preoccupied with your own safety and security, and at the same time trying to be open towards someone else, perhaps. So it's dense. I feel like your energy is quite dense this month, but not like in a bad way. I feel like there's a lot of focus here and intensity, and not like mental rumination, but like intensity. There's like mental intensity going on with you for some reason. It's like the more you focus on it, the less you see. You know, there's that expression. I don't know if that's an expression, but yeah. The more you are focusing on something, the less you see, the less you understand. So you kind of have this sort of thing going on here. There's a lot of intensity, mental intensity in your reading. But you know, whatever this is, there is some happiness here available to you. You seem to be doing good otherwise. Um, you seem to be aware of where you're standing, you know, at this particular point. For some of you, this month, you will rediscover your own independence with the Nine of Pentacles. Perhaps there's more abundance coming into your life. Um, there's something solid here that you can rely on, especially this King of Cups. It gives me this vibe of someone you can rely on, or perhaps it's something that you can rely on. And that seems to be important to you. But yeah, there's something you're not seeing clearly yet. There is some information here that is obscure to you. So that's what I have for you, Aries. Unusual reading, I would say. Very dense. But hopefully you will make sense of what's going on in your life by the end of the month. So I'll see you in the next reading, Aries. Bye.